Hey guys, it's Dr. Zleek. Today we're looking at Inferno 3, my last video for the original extreme tracks of Trials Evolution. And today we're going to hopefully help you get some platinum metal up in this place. Okay, I'm white. Anyways, Inferno 3, probably one of the hardest tracks next to Wave the Ninja and Dark City. Dark City, mainly because of the scoreboard ramps, the infamous scoreboard ramps. Wave the Ninja because of its longevity. This track just because it's kind of a bitch. So we're going to take a look, and of course we're going to use the Phoenix 250 as with all the extreme tracks. The best bike in the game, in my opinion, definitely my favorite bike. Alright, so let's start off with this pipe thing. Basically just a bunny hop you want to roll off with your back tire. Just make sure you get enough height, that way you can get enough to this next ramp. And then hopefully just do another basic bunny hop and roll over to this area right here, and there's your first checkpoint. You're already partway there. Alright, so for these pipes, I'm not very good at them. There's two ways you can do them. You can do them like I just did, where you kind of hit that back tire on both of them, and you just need to hit it just right with your front tire, probably about a 35 to 45 degree angle above and to the right of your back tire. And you need to make sure to hit the top parts of these pipes, otherwise you won't get enough momentum or height off of them. And make sure to lean forward on that last pipe to get over it. Like, not like that, but you get what I'm saying. So, there's that way. There's also the safer way, which is clearing that first pipe, and then once you're in the second pipe, lock your brakes, roll back, and then once you're around this area where you're kind of rolling back, but you're not quite to the back of that part where you're going to immediately fall off, gas and bunny hop, and you should be able to hop up the next part. If you're struggling, that's what I recommend you do. Not the fastest way, but a safer way. Alright, so once we're up here, we get to these infamous slats, or whatever the hell you want to call them, the inclines. Everyone loves inclines. Basically, what I recommend to you is skipping that first one if all possible. Hit it with your back tire, with your chassis above the ramp, that way you can hop forward with the momentum you have from jumping. And then you want to lean into your front tire and feather like this, as always. If you do have to hit this like that, where you kind of hit it like near the bottom, you can try to feather and hop over, although it's pretty difficult to do. If you get stuck like this where your front tire is actually over it, so like this, if you just kind of lean back to get your front tire down, and then as you gas bunny hop, you should also be able to make that. Honestly, once you make it to this point, you're pretty much good to go. It's really just that first jump that kind of sucks ass. So we'll roll down to the bottom, feather, and then gas up. Again, lean into your front tire as with all the inclines. Again, roll down near the bottom, not necessarily for all the way for this jump. And this gas and land at this next checkpoint. Alright, you made it past the hardest part in this track, arguably. This is probably the second hardest one next to that. Basically what you want to do is you want to lean back around where your back tire is going into that metal pipe, and around your front tire getting up to the height. You see this little V shape here behind me. I want your front tires near the height of the shorter length pipe of that V. So around probably where your bike's around here, maybe, you want to actually lean forward. And what that does is give you a bunny hop, and basically you just want to get enough height to where your back tire can hit those barrels. Just hit those barrels just so you can get up and over. Similar to the pipes in the beginning, you just want your front tire, or excuse me, your back tire to be on the top part of that barrel to get enough momentum. Thankfully, as long as you don't go too far, you should be able to roll back down this hill and recover. So back tire up, make sure it sits there for a moment. You just don't want to be holding gas the whole time, otherwise you might flip or whatever. You basically just want to sit there and then just forward, and then you're on to the 6 point. If you make it here with 0 faults, you should be okay to fall or go faultless. So there's two parts, or two ways to do this part here. You can either roll forward, and then you want to brake while leaning back, and then as you start actually doing the flip, lean forward, just go straight down, and then do the hop to the next checkpoint. Personally, I like bunny hopping, doing the backflip, and then going here. Use a little more speed, allows you to land a little easier over here. This is the next checkpoint. You do have quite a bit of space down here to roll around if you need to. If you get stuck down here, just make sure to get that front tire up and to lean back as your back tire is getting up there, just the way you have enough space to get over there. And there you go. Alright, for this one, I believe in my video I just lean forward and kind of wing it and do that, where you just kind of gas barely bit by bit. Personally, the safest way is to start out leaning forward, lean back, and then forward almost immediately once you get around here to where you're going up here. What that does is just kind of compresses your tire and gives a little more speed. So it's very, very quick. I'll be able to show you this in slow motion. I might insert a clip. Alright, so hopefully you just saw that. So it's very, very quick. You'll probably be able to see it better in some people's replays. But basically, once you land there, you want to keep leaning forward. Don't bother leaning back, except for maybe the last second. Again, very quick movements here. So that's forward, and you back forward, and then up and over. If you get your front tire over that little ledge, you should be golden. You can just gas and make it. So again, it's very, very quick. It's forward, and then up. If you land lower on that iron pipe, it's still very plausible to get up there. Just don't lean forward this entire time. Your front tire will compress and kick up like that. It makes it very difficult to get up that next section. It is possible to feather, but very difficult because you have to feather slowly so your bike doesn't flip. But don't feather too slowly, otherwise you'll roll off the edge like I did. Alright, from here you just want to lean back in full throttle from slightly behind the checkpoint, so maybe around here. Just hit that, again, full throttle forward, and just hop over it. It's really, really simple. Don't overthink it. Don't bunny hop, don't lean forward. Just hold back. Make sure to hit with both wheels flat on that platform and just gas all the way, and you should be able to make that very easily. Okay, so once you're here, you just again want to lean, or make a jump here, bunny hop, and then be leaning back on your landing. Land as near the bottom of that as you can. And then what you want to do is lean back as you land, and then lean forward as you hop to get that front tire over, and then you want to lean forward and hold brakes to try and actually come up and lean over that. Very similar to the ninja trick. So like so, and that what that does is it just hits with your back wheel, it locks and just kind of gives a whiplash effect, which will put you over. If you land near the bottom, if you mess up, like I believe I do in my replay, if you mess up, if I can actually show you guys here. Okay, so let's say you're down here. If you just actually roll near the bottom and feather, from here, if you just keep leaning forward, if you just full throttle up and then lock your brakes again, you should be able to make that. Alright, so from this jump, I recommend doing it from landing after you whip your back tire down, and just full throttling up here. You can pretty much skip that first tire more or less. If you hit that checkpoint, I'd still recommend rolling back up here if you can. So do a nice big bunny hop, land again, back tire, hitting into your front one. I just recommend rolling back. It's much easier than actually hitting that first tire for that jump. Just like that. And then just get your back tire. You can either land on that second tire after skipping the first one and jump, or you can just kind of use your back tire to shove off there like so. Once on this front tire, don't do that. You just want to do similar to that pipe method I showed you earlier, where you actually roll back and then gas and do a bunny hop. Just make sure to keep at it. And similar here, just roll back a little bit, do a bunny hop, and get that head over the finish line. There you go, platinum medal. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. So I don't go as in-depth with this track as I do the other ones, just because that's actually quite simple. It just a lot of parts that are slightly confusing. But if you've been able to platinum medals like this before, this should be enough to be able to help you out a little bit more on this one. If not, cut down your time or its faults in general. Or if you're just trying to get the achievement for beating all extremes, this would help you out. So do yourself over here. So assume you land again with my chassis just barely not over but underneath. So you see how ridiculously compressed my back tire is. Hop up and over, leaning into this. I do have to feather quite a bit because I keep being afraid that I'm going to mess up. But again, just leaning forward into that. Quite a bit of feathering. And I barely quit this jump, but barely all the counts and trials, as I say all the time. So me leaning back, and then you'll see me lean forward. Just getting enough air to barely make that. Oh, that's unfortunate. So it appears my replay is actually glitched. I'm going to try and load it up again. I apologize for that. But basically, since my replay seems to be not working, if you look up platinum replays, you should be able to easily see this. My recommendation to you is finding someone who has platinum medals but not #1 times. Looking at #1 times can kind of screw you up on how you want to do things. But they also help you out on certain obstacles, so let's hope it doesn't glitch this time. That's very strange. Okay, well, I'll probably end up cutting this and giving you guys a local rematch, so I'll be right back. Hey guys, Dr. Zleek here. So, apparently all of my friends' replays are glitched as well. Must be something to do with this track and the leaderboards being reset recently. not recently, but it was probably several months ago, but I haven't beaten my time since then, so unfortunately I'm not able to show the replay. I might leave the bit in where I'm not beginning to show you it, unfortunately. So I'd recommend trying to find someone's track who isn't glitched and look up your friend's scores or perhaps some of the top times on the leaderboard to give you a general idea of what you guys need to do. Hopefully what I just showed you is good enough for now, and I apologize again for this. As always, you can contact me via comments or Twitter. Let me know what you guys want to see, and hopefully no more leaderboard glitches will occur. And I'll see you guys next time.